Got the liquor in me.
And that's how
All
we
right,
start
let's
off
do
the
this.
podcast. Hi, everybody. Welcome to a new GameItAll podcast. I'm Lucas Grimm.
Hey, what up? It's Pino 25.
So this is a special Saturday podcast, as we missed yesterday due to internet issues. But hey,
Not on my part. Whoop,
not
whoop.
on your part for once. Holy shit! No, no, like my internet came back like working properly for incoming and outgoing traffic. So you know, now we're all set.
Yeah. So this week I'm not bitching as much about stuff, but I'm concerned more than anything.
It's still bitching. You got a couple bitching parts.
Yeah, but I'm more concerned because we got some stuff today, which was exciting.
Oh,
but
before we do, we got to talk about the stuff that came yesterday, because there are some stuff. Actually, this part I want to bitch a little bit too. Yes, it's the Star Wars Celebration weekend, and of course, everyone's celebrating Star Wars, the great, trilogy and prequel, and all these spin-offs that we get from the series, and
except for Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah. So yeah, that happened. We got news about Disney Plus, which actually seems like it's going to be a decent service now.
Yeah, because they're undercutting Netflix with the price.
And it's going
to be available on everything.
It's going to be available on everything, as you've also mentioned with like how Netflix got big. Disney is doing the same thing.
Good.
We also have all the seasons, 30 seasons of The Simpsons, in a very Simpson-y trailer, which I loved. That was probably my favorite announcement. And everything from their library is pretty much going to be on there. And that's a lot of classic Disney movies. And I'm all set for that. That is perfect. So it sounds like it's going to be a great platform.
Yep.
And then we also got the trailer for Star Wars Episode 9, which has now been subtitled Rise of Skywalker.
Yes.
So this is my thing I want to bitch about. Everyone complained so hard about Last Jedi. And I understand where most of the complaining comes, but they've all done the same thing that I hate that a lot of fan people do. And that is, because this one sucked so hard, we are going to boycott the next one.
Yeah, but people boycott and bitch all the time.
Yeah, that's one of the things that happens. And the thing is, those same people saw the Rise of Skywalker trailer, and the minute Palpatine's laughter showed up, they were all sold. They were like, "Yeah, we're back in. We want this movie."
Yeah, because people are idiots. People just are get in their ways, and then they just don't want to. I don't know. People are idiots.
So this is where the next part of the conversation comes in, which comes out today, actually just a couple hours ago. EA has taken the stage to drop the highly anticipated trailer to Jedi Fallen Order.
Yes.
And I gotta say, I'm sold. I am 100% sold on
this. This all started a couple days ago with one of the guys from DICE saying no microtransactions, single player, all the things. And then the guys from Respawn came in yesterday, and they also tweeted about it and started talking about it. And then today we had the full-on release. My only concern is, yes, it looks cool and everything is good, but EA.
I completely understand that.
How many times did they have, EA, cool idea. Oh my God, they're rebooting Star Wars. They're doing this, they're doing that. Anthem. EA. So I'm excited for it, but like I said in my in our inner contacts was, I won't believe it until I actually have it in my hands and I can play it.
Yeah, I kind of
That's
get
it.
that. I get that.
Because
And
we've been burned so many times by EA that it's a bad relationship.
and this brings up one of the big things I wanted to mention. Respawn at this point is EA's one and only saving grace at the moment.
Yes,
Because
because essentially, I think Respawn has the same kind of like pull as Bungie did with Activision to just tell them to go fuck themselves.
I really feel like that's the case because it seems like a lot of the stuff that like is now kind of been a practice for EA actually has come from Respawn.
Yeah,
Because
because we
you
had
look
Apex.
Apex happened. But
Holy
when you
fuck.
look at Titanfall 2 I'm going to be the first one on that part. Titanfall 2 was announced, and they were like, this was during the time where Battlefield 1 was happening,
Oh
and
my
they were
god.
going to release a battle pass, season pass thing with theirs and release the maps. Titanfall Respawn goes, you know what? No, we don't want to do that. We want to release all our maps, all the extra content for multiplayer for free. You
For free.
bought Titanfall, you're going to get the stuff for free.
But the problem with Titanfall was it was a PR nightmare because it didn't have any PR. It just released and no one bought it.
And that is the problem, is that Titanfall was one of the best games of that year. Like, to the point it was highly considered to be a Game of the Year contender on multiple fronts. Like, not even
It was
on our
amazing.
side. Yeah, it was fucking great. It was what we wanted.
But Battlefield released 2 weeks before and COD released 2 weeks after, and the problem is people didn't have money to buy more than one game because games are expensive. It didn't sell because there wasn't that great of marketing around it, and it should have been released in March or some other time of the year that people would have bought it.
I agree with that. It should have been just released at that point. And then we have, all this shit that's happened like this year. We had all the shit that's happening this year with EA.
No. It started last year with freaking Battlefield 5 and them going, if you don't like it, don't buy it.
Okay, yeah. So, no, it started even before that. It started with Star Wars. Because we'll go back to Star Wars again.
Oh my god, it started with freaking Battlefront 2.
It all started Battlefront 2, and the microtransactions and everything started happening. People's respect for EA started to go down. That's when it's started to go back down. Okay, they started to become the industry punching bag again. That's the thing. They started to become the industry punching bag again, and a lot of people were still like, you know what? No, give them a chance. It's it's something that they fucked up on. I can definitely excuse myself on that part. So that happened, and then the next game happened that they did the same thing, and then Anthem and everything else starts. And as everything's falling apart, they're like going, okay, listen, you guys want to do Battle Royale? Here's a Titanfall Battle Royale. Here's Apex. Release this.
Yeah.
And even then, when it was reported, when it was coming out, Respawn, like, pretty much our Epic. No, not Epic. EA's people.
Epic.
We'll get to them. I'm still on this thing. So EA's people, the high up, are like, how are we going to make money off this? How is this going to work? And all this other shit. And Respawn gave them pretty much exactly what they needed to do to make sure that Apex was a hit. And it is. And to the point that Apex is pretty much the one thing that feels like it hasn't been fucked up by EA at the moment, because EA hasn't fucked it up.
They released it without any expectations because it released that day.
Exactly.
Okay, let's talk about Epic. So the thing with the Star Wars game, the new Star Wars game, is it runs on Unreal.
Yeah. So that's
that is bananas, because essentially how the Unreal Engine with the essentially the rights to pay for it is you only have to pay 5% of your royalties of what you make on the game. So I can see the new Star Wars game going on the Epic Store and also on Origin because they'll only have to pay 12%.
Yeesh. I don't know about that. I don't know about the store release part, but definitely we're not going to.
Yeah, but
remember what we were talking about last week, especially when evolving the Frostbite engine. Frostbite is a first-person engine.
oh my god, it is a limited first-person engine, and the only people that should ever use that engine is DICE, because they know how to use it because it's their engine.
Exactly. So this is Respawn using Unreal for Fallen Order is amazing. It is a big fucking sign that EA is pretty much just letting Respawn do what the fuck they want to do.
Well, they can tell EA where to go and how to get there and say, we're doing what we want, fuck off. And that's what BioWare needs to do.
This is what pretty much most of the companies that's under EA needs to do. But like actually right now that's pretty much just BioWare and Respawn, isn't it?
Yeah, because EA really doesn't have they killed off Visceral. They killed off Visceral. Like seriously. Yeah. Like seriously, like what the fuck? But the new Star Wars games looks amazing.
But it's
EA.
It has like just from what we saw in the trailer, that story looks awesome. Like a Jedi that's hidden. It looked like it was clips.
It's Hitman.
What?
Well, it's Hitman-ish because you gotta hide it. It's
yeah. Okay, I get where you were getting on that, but I don't think that's actually
stealth.
I don't think that's what's actually going to be what's going to be.
Well, whatever. It's a stealth-based game.
It was hiding in plain sight. I don't think it's going to be stealth-based. Come on. I mean, looking at everything that we saw for the trailer. But, no, I get where you're getting. I get what you're getting.
Hitman is hiding in plain sight.
Okay, but so is Assassin's Creed.
Well, whatever.
Now, here's my thing. Here is my thing with this. The idea of the story is that you had to hide in plain sight until something happened, and now you're in this big action adventure. It's going to be an action game one way or another, but
that's fine.
Clips of what we got in the trailer kind of suggests that it's going to be a lot more Titanfall gameplay with maybe more hack and slash into it.
That's fine.
Because you saw some wall running. You saw some powers being used as the Jedis. And it looked...
but it's Respawn.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be
great. What more do I want?
And we also got a release date. We got a release date of November 15th, which falls in suit with most Star Wars releases. So, that's perfect.
Yeah, 9 months. Cool.
And then a month later, we get Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah. And which is normally a December kind of thing for Star Wars movies.
Exactly.
Okay, so yeah, I'm excited for it, but I'm always scared of EA. All right, let's continue with EA. Let's continue with BioWare. So last week I talked about BioWare and the whole story, the expose that came up from Kotaku, which was an amazing expose, well worth the read. So this week I saw a headline from Forbes, and it's weird to think of gaming and Forbes in the same category, but they had a good headline that said, BioWare's future, there's only 3 different possibilities. Destruction by EA's hand, which is inevitable because of all the stupid business decisions of live service and loot and microtransactions and all that crap. The other one is consolidation, is BioWare going on its own and self-publishing and making their own games their way. The third option is synthesis of finding a new developer, finding a new publisher, someone else that can take the reins And hopefully that would be the best outcome. Because if they keep going with EA, it's a bad relationship. Them going out on their own, that's iffy because they need money and Synthesis. They can go somewhere else. It would be amazing if they could get bought out by UB. Your thoughts?
I agree with that. Yeah, you know what? If anybody picks them up, I would prefer to see Ubisoft because one thing about Ubisoft is like
they have money.
They have money. Two, they with all the studios that they work together with, they work well together.
Well, and they let their studios have time. Look at freaking Beyond Good and Evil 2. How long has that been in development?
Way too long.
They let their games have time to settle. We haven't had a Splinter Cell game in a long time.
Yeah, and there was actually an interview with Eves about this.
Yeah, I watched that,
and
he's a phenomenal guy.
He is great. I've seen all these interviews with him, and he is awesome. And he does he explained it perfectly well why we haven't had a new Splinter Cell. And I agree with them. There's a thing that they have with expectations of the game now. And
yeah, because if it's not going to sell, what's the point of selling it?
Even then, they know that what the fans are looking for a Splinter Cell game, and they're like, at the moment, we can't deliver that, so we're not going to make that at this time. Once we know that it's the right time and we'll get to work on it. We'll get that set up. But right now,
Michael Iron.
And here's the thing, even with Assassin's Creed, we're not going to have an Assassin's Creed game this year. And that's fine. They're going to go with a 2-year set so that the game has time to settle in because, Odyssey is still great. Odyssey is a super long game, too.
Well, yeah. Well, or Odyssey, I got 130 hours. Yes, it's a long game.
There you go.
And it's a good thing because it gives the developers time to build the game. Because Odyssey and Origins were phenomenal compared to Unity and freaking Syndicate.
Yeah, I still low-key enjoy Syndicate, but if you give me any of the Assassin's Creed games now, I will gravitate more to Origins and Odyssey more than the other two.
Syndicate and Unity were low points compared to 4, which was Black Flag and Origins. So they needed time to reflect and fix it. And also the new combat mechanics in the game fixed a shitload of stuff, and it felt good to play now.
I agree.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so it definitely was a big plus.
So essentially coming back to BioWare, those are the 3 options. They need to fix themselves because stress casualties to their employees is not good.
Yeah, that's
literally
that was a big negative.
Yeah, because literally people that suffer stress casualties are in the military, not in game design. That's bad. So yeah, that's just it. Hopefully BioWare can fix themselves, but if they keep on the trajectory path that they're going, and from what I've been hearing about Dragon Age 4, it's not looking good.
No, it's not. It's
and that's not good. And then I saw an article about Mass Effect, and I'm like, yeah, well, if it doesn't go good for Dragon Age, they're dead.
It pretty much is, because if BioWare does not do something good, if Dragon Age 4 is not good, that is 3 bad games on one generation of consoles from the same company.
Well, I don't think Dragon Age 4 is going to be on this generation of consoles. I think it's going to be next gen because it's too early. Because next gen is 2 years away, bud. 2 years away.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But that's just it. It's 3 bad games in a row. It just looks bad.
It's like, bad on the company. It's bad on.
Well, don't get me wrong. Mass Effect. Oh, I guess. Yeah, Dragon Age Inquisition was a shit show development. But Mass
Dragon
Effect
Age Inquisition was a shit show in development, but it still came through at that last minute to actually make a decent game. I mean, it even won Game of the Year awards. It was still good. And at that point, people really don't like the people that are actually putting the money, the people that are buying the game. They don't see that. They see the end result. Is the game good or is the game bad? And so we're not going to see that shit show development time for Dragon Age and be like, oh, well, whatever happened worked here. Dragon Age Inquisition is good.
Yeah.
Andromeda sucked.
Well, no. Andromeda is fine now. It was broken. The problem was it had no QA. That's where the downfall was. It was broken as fuck, but it wasn't a bad game.
No.
Anthem.
I'm so out there.
Anthem was a bad game. It was pointless. It was a shooter looter. I'm using that term now.
Yeah.
I hate looter shooter. Because if you loot first and then shoot, you're gonna die. But Anthem was just
looter.
It was a shooter looter. Like, it was pointless. So it's just gotten worse over the years. So I want to hope for Dragon Age 4, but if they keep going the way they're going, it's not going to end well because EA wants to focus on microtransactions and a live service for Dragon Age, which is a single player fucking game.
True.
Like, seriously, come on. So that's my bitching about EA. We good with EA?
Yeah, we're good with EA. That took a good 20 minutes of our podcast.
Okay. People bitching about difficult games and freaking Sekiro from Software.
Okay, so we're back to this conversation.
Okay, so difficult games have been around since the NES with Ninja Gaiden and Mega Man. Is that a good example?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay, that's my childhood right there. That's our childhood. So, yes, difficult games in the past was understandable because games costed a shitload, and I got a new game every 6 to 9 months, maybe once a year.
Yeah.
Because games were expensive back then. So that's why they were difficult. Because I couldn't buy 20 games a year like I do now. Your thoughts?
Well, no, that is actually true. This is what they taught us in game design, actually. Back in game design, when I was taking game design, one of the comments was, the reason why games were, especially from Europe, were so hard was because in Europe, the price of games is almost doubled at that time.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people didn't have the time to go out and buy them. They would buy maybe 1 or 2 games a year and rent the other ones. So rental, the company never received the money for. You go and buy the game, it's super hard, it's super long, and you have to, you had to really sit down and do it to play the game. So most of the time, that's why the games were hard, especially if they came from a European company.
Well,
that it was
Contra Aliens War.
Dude, I'm like, yeah, it took me forever to beat that when I was young, and then got older. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, able to beat that. uneasy.
So that's just Well,
but yeah, that's always been kind of the rule for a lot of people. And back in the day, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. You had people that were going, "Oh, a game is too easy.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it." Yeah, and that's fine. Now, nowadays, because economy, everything.
Well,
games
in the
games are still expensive, but you actually get your money's worth out.
Well, and the amount of games that people have nowadays, because we have 8 different generations of hardware.
True.
We have tons of games. We have indie. We have full-blown AAA releases and all this other stuff that people like. I don't have time to get good.
Yeah. So I've been actually thinking about this whole thing about the whole difficulty idea. And I understand especially a couple point of views as of why people are angry that a game that doesn't have that difficulty, especially when it comes to Sekiro, because there is one thing that's different from this than Dark Souls, and that's what I'm really kind of picking up on. Sekiro has a actual story, like a full, here's your story, here's the storyline actually going through. A lot of people actually kind of want to know what's happening and wants to see how that continues.
Well,
and I understand that portion.
Well, and the whole thing is Sekiro is a different game compared to Dark Souls or Demon Souls or Bloodborne, as the mechanics are different. You're Shinobi. You're not the guy going through the thing and killing all the things.
You're not the Ashen one. You're not whatever. You're a ninja just trying to get his master back.
Yeah, and the systems are very different because it's all about parry. It's not about roll. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's fast-paced parry. That's the game. And people bitch and they're like, "Oh, it's not as good as it's not, this is not right." And I'm like, it's a different game. If you don't like it, don't play it.
Yeah, more or less. That's
and
but at the same time, there's a lot going on.
And that's the thing, like, if a game's difficult, don't bitch about it. Just don't play it. Go play something else. We're in a day and age of there's so many different other games that you can play. So, yeah.
I don't know. The whole thing with the difficulty, like, it's such a hard conversation, to be honest, because you get the people that you don't want to be elitist when it comes to.
Well, yeah, I only play games because they're difficult.
No.
I don't. Most of my games that I play, I don't play because they're difficult. I play because I either enjoy them or I want to get a sense of story. And
it really it does come down to the developers, like who is making your game, who is like, what is their vision of the game? And you can't. The vision of the game is what really matters in the end, whether you like it or not. If they envisioned it to be hard as hell, which is From Software, they love that.
From Software or Mega Man
are like the classic Capcom group,
or fucking Cuphead to piss you right off.
Exactly. So that's their vision, that they want those games to be hard. They want people to spend time on them and get like really good mastering the mechanics. Then that is their vision of how they want their game to be. And that vision can really tell you if it's going to be a good or bad game at that point.
Yeah.
And if you take it like it's designed so that it's supposed to be hard. It's designed so that you have to go back and like learn what's happening, get an idea of what's going on. Then you can say, judge by that if it is a good or bad game for you. If you're not a person who likes these sort of things, you have to step away from it. You don't play it. you get something else.
Yeah.
That's why you have a lot of people like our group of doing reviews, and you have like other companies, IGN, Kotaku, all those. Everyone posts reviews, and I like even then I always recommend don't just take our word on a review for a game.
Check the other reviews.
Check the other reviews. I may like this one game because holy fuck, it was awesome to me. IGN may have hated it because there was too much water. And Kotaku may have been like, okay, well, that's fine. It was okay.
And that's just it. It's up to your own opinion of what you want to play. Is just a lot of like the Soul series or also Sekiro or stuff like that. I'm not going to want to play because I don't have the patience like I did when I was 10 years old playing SNES games or PS1 games. Because at this moment in time in my life, I have hundreds of games that I need to get to in my backlog, and I don't have time to play it. Because I have a 40-hour a week work week, and I don't have time to get good at something. And I'd rather do other stuff.
No, exactly. So actually, I'm going to point out to one. It's actually a site that I use. I've posted a lot of our reviews up on the site as well. There's a site called rug.io, so rawg.io. It is a fan-based review site. So these are actually just normal people just posting what they thought about games. I trust that idea because it is, as I said, normal people. These are people that they're not really reviewers. They're not, or
they're
may
just
not be
regular
reviewers.
people.
They're regular people. Go check them out and see how they react to a game because they have a huge library of games that are on there. And plus, check the other bigger sources. Always do that. So that way you know exactly what you're in for. If you're not pre-ordering a game, do that before you pick it up.
Yeah.
But if you're going to pre-order the game and it's bad, I'm not going to say you have no right to bitch, but you're kind of walking into that.
Well, when you're pre-ordering a game, get a good deal around getting the game.
Exactly. Like, go on Amazon Prime if need be. And even then, Amazon Prime's pretty crap at the moment. But
no. The only reason to have Amazon Prime is to have Amazon Video.
Yeah, I mean, you got American Gods and Good Omens coming out. I mean, come on. There you go.
And if you can get a physical pre-order from a store and they have a good sale going on because of trade things, that's when you get it. So yeah, that's just it. Like, I'm not like when a long time ago, yes, I would have played games because they were hard, but now my perspective of game playing has changed.
Oh yeah, you're older. As you said, you're older. You don't have the time to always do it, and it happens. Yeah,
and like I buy a lot of stuff.
Exactly,
I'm constantly buying stuff.
Like I have come to accept that I am probably not going to beat Sekiro. I've come to accept that. I'm not far enough to put the review up on the site. I'm still working on that part. But
yeah, like I'm gonna buy it.
And you're gonna play through it when you feel like you want to, like when you want to like really punish yourself, or if you feel like you're in enough patience to do it. I get that.
I'm gonna buy it when I see it on sale for like $20 in about a year from now. I'll play a bit of it, and then that'll be it. That'll be my okay, cool. I'm done. So yeah, that's just it.
Yeah,
but like it's those people that my problem is just the people in the community that go, the only thing that matters is freaking difficulty. That's all that matters. I hate those people. They just need to like broaden their horizon.
Yeah, I agree.
They just need to chill out. All right. My other thing that I was going, so Microsoft is releasing the diskless Xbox. The Xbox One is coming into diskless format. So there was an article I saw. Well, there's also a video that I saw today for the diskless Xbox, and they announced it a couple months ago. So they're making a diskless Xbox One S, 1 terabyte, and it's coming with 3 games. So it's coming with Minecraft, not surprising because Microsoft owns it. Sea of Thieves, Microsoft owns it also. And Forza Horizon 3? Seriously? A game that came out 3 years ago? Will be bundled with the system for €229, $260 American, or 349 Canadian.
So it's going to be more expensive than getting a 1S.
Yes, right now you can go to any Canadian retailer and buy a Xbox One S model bundle with a game. So like Sea of Thieves, not Sea of Thieves, Anthem, I don't know why. Battlefield 5 and a couple other games for $299 Canadian. 1 terabyte Blu-ray drive. What? Why? It's more expensive. Worse. What the fuck, Phil? Worst bundle ever. This thing was supposed to be Microsoft's like, hey, you want to get into gaming? We got a deal for you. $199 Canadian. Like, that's it. Like, or if they wanted to charge $240 or whatever, it should have came with a 4 terabyte hard drive, because there's no disk drive. Like, seriously, because it's all digital. It makes no sense. It is completely pointless.
Yeah,
like if you can get a 1 terabyte disk-based system for cheaper, like it's a dumbed down system. What's the point? A dumbed down system is supposed to always be cheaper. Like, I own all 3 systems, like current gen systems, and this makes no sense.
Oh, I do agree with you on that one. That's like, really weird.
It's frustrating. It's like, what are they doing? I know they're getting ready for next gen, but seriously, this is not a good deal. Like, for that price, it would have made sense if it would have been a Model X, but no sense at all. No thoughts?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like,
here's the yeah, if it was a Model X, I would have accepted it. That's definitely easily, like, a Model X, no disc. You can really still do fine on that price.
Yeah, people love the Model X for $300 or even like $350. No Blu-ray drive. Okay, cool. That's fine, but it's just too much money. And like, Phil, in my opinion, has turned Microsoft around. Like, TV in 2013 was a horrible time. And from my analysis, like looking at what Microsoft's doing compared to Sony, in the first 2 years of the next generation, Microsoft will win. Because it's just how the markets look and how the industry looks. That's what I'm speculating.
Plus, you have a big thing going on right now as well, which I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit. The other thing that, like, why Microsoft is really going to be winning within the next couple of years on this is just based on Sony's new policy about censorship. And a lot of people are not happy about this at all. Like, here's going to be a good point. One company that I enjoy, Idea Factory and Compile Heart, they make the Neptunia games. They make games that are very risque games. Yes, we'll go with that. So their latest game that they release is a re-release, actually, of a PS Vita game I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce this right. Moro Chronicles, and that game is pretty much all boobs. Like there's no way around it. You're playing that. It is boobs. It is. There's a whole touchscreen thing where you have to like power people up and you collect monster girls. Yeah, it's boobs. So here's the thing with that. That game was re-released on the Switch, on the Nintendo Switch, Nintendo's family-friendly console.
Yeah, but
uncensored.
Whoa. The Switch? People love the Switch. Developers love the Switch.
It's less family-friendly now. I understand.
Okay, no. Yeah. Japan is a creepy place. Did you not see the Wii, the Wii U?
Dude,
Japan is a creepy place.
Yeah. I know exactly where you're getting at for this one.
And that's just it. Like,
so,
you know.
Here's the other point on that one. Like, that game is completely uncensored as it was on PC. The Vita version that's based on was censored. There was a heavy amount of censorship, apparently, and it was really bad for that. The upcoming Super Neptunia RPG that's coming up in July, has also been censored on the PS4. The Switch is getting its uncensored version.
So get the Switch version?
Get the Switch. If you're going to buy that game, get the Switch version. You get the game as it is. Now,
but that's the thing. Like, the Switch is just such a weird platform.
So here's one that's a little more closer to home for a lot of people. Devil May Cry. Of course, we've seen the whole thing.
Yeah.
Devil May Cry. There's censorship because you don't see Lady and Trish's butt during their scenes. I mean, you look at it, it's not that big of a deal. Whatever. It's like, okay, it's not that big. But if the fact that you're getting it on all the other devices that's on, it's there, but only the PlayStation has been censored. This has recently, a lot of people were mad because it's like, oh, come on. Everyone else gets to see it. We don't. What's going on?
Yeah, fuck yeah, PC.
So after a month of this, Capcom actually stepped in and was like, yeah, we're erasing that. Whatever. It's a butt. You're fine. It's an M-rated game. It's a butt. You're good. Let's keep going. Everybody's fine. So, like, a lot of people are already mad at Sony for this, and a lot of people are considering, just because they're doing it a little bit by little, and it seems to be getting worse, they're jumping ship already. And it's going to happen at a bigger level.
Yeah.
So that's why I think like Microsoft is going to end up winning next year. Like next year, whatever happens with what's this one's called? It's not Scorpio because Scorpio was last year.
They got Scarlet and they also have Maverick.
Something no Goose. That. Okay.
No.
I would have went with Goose and Maverick. I mean, come on, guys.
Yeah, well, do you really want Tom Cruise suing Phil?
You know, Tom. Well, actually, no. He probably hasn't been. Yeah. Okay.
I don't. Okay. Whoa. Do you really want Val Kilmer suing Microsoft?
We don't have Iceman, so yeah. It'd be fine.
Then it turns into freaking, yeah. So, yeah, I believe Microsoft is gonna win in the first 2 years of the console. So that's just my 2 cents. It's looking like that because historically that's what's happened. And it also depends on who sells their console for the cheapest. That's the other big thing at it. That always wins. So what else was there?
Twitch has opened up its karaoke game.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's actually something that just popped into my email right now. I heard about the idea of this happening, but I didn't know this was actually going to be a thing. But Twitch Sings is apparently a big thing, and
that is so Japanese.
It's happening, and Harmonix is behind it. So
okay, oh, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, Harmonix and Twitch are working together to release karaoke over Twitch. You know what? I'm fine with that. That sounds cool.
That's pretty awesome. All right, let's talk about Persona. So we didn't Persona. We didn't talk about Persona in like the past couple weeks.
The fact that we have Persona R and Persona S and possibly 2 other Persona games, that's a rumor.
Yeah, that like there's Persona Arena and everything else. So essentially, in my opinion, Atlus is doing what they did with Persona 3, with Persona 5.
You mean Persona 4?
No.
But they did it with Persona 4 over Persona 3.
Yeah, but we didn't have Persona FES on Persona 4. Because we're getting Royal.
We had Persona the Golden. We had the Golden.
Yeah, but the Golden was a mobile version.
But so was Persona SES or Persona 3 portable.
Yeah, well, we had Persona 3, we had FES, and we also had P3P. So
yeah, that was because the portable, they didn't know how to put it onto the portable yet.
Well, whatever.
No, okay, I get where you're getting at, but yes,
I'm excited for 3 fucking versions of Persona. I'm excited to rebuy the game twice more on the Switch and also on the PS4 again.
Yeah, because the Royal is definitely going to be an FES.
Hell yeah!
That right. Everything we've heard about the game so far has been leading up to that. I
am so pumped.
It is the extra edition of Persona, and that I'm fine. It's because every time they do an FES or like they did with the Golden, it was great.
Yeah, the worst thing was I was talking to one of my coworkers, and he's like, "Is this gonna be like DLC?" I'm like, "Fuck no, it's Atlus. They be doing Atlus stuff. They're gonna make you pay full price for another game."
I mean, Persona S is definitely going to be Persona Switch. I mean, there's no way around it.
It's P3P all over again.
Yeah, that's
Golden, and I'm fucking pumped for that because. Well, look at the guys from Disgaea. They said it is easier to develop on the Switch than it is to any other console. And I'm hallelujah.
Then again, if you look at the guys on Disgaea, they added all the achievements from the PlayStation version in the same way that the PlayStation 1 pops in, even with the trophy status. So it literally was just, we're taking the PS4 version, put it up on Switch, and it's all good.
That's fine. That's why the Switch is amazing. It is an amazing platform, and it's going to gain so much more traction because of this kind of stuff. And I'm pumped. I'm fucking pumped. So yeah. But I'm excited to play Persona 5 on the Switch, which is most likely going to happen. All right, let's talk about E3. So, Suda 51
is going to be at E3.
Oh, hell yeah. So, he's been, talking up a storm on the Twitters about going, But he was at E3 last year at the Digital Devolver press conference, which was kind of weird. But, they have a weird press conference.
Yeah.
Like the first year. So he will be announcing something big at E3. Well,
he hopes. That's been the thing. He's saying
we hope so. He probably knows what the fuck he's doing.
So by the time this video comes out, we're still a few episodes into our No More Heroes Travis Strikes Again. So I'm not going to spoil something. But we kind of have an idea of what he may be announcing, especially if you end up beating the game. Because he pretty much goes right with it. And, we'll definitely keep an eye out on that video because it'll give you that exact hint of what it will be. And, I'm very excited on what that possible game will be.
Well, he's very excited for continuing a series that he's started with Nintendo a long time ago.
Exactly.
So I'm
He could be
very
at
excited.
E3 and he could be doing the Nintendo Direct at that point.
That's fine.
Okay, well, that's actually all that we had really to talk about. Let's talk about the new releases coming out this week.
Yep.
So, during this week, we had just 1 second. Dangerous Driving from the minds behind Burnout looks awesome. That's on Windows, PS4, and Xbox One. The Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy, Nintendo Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Shadow Knight Showdown, the fighting game version of Shadow Knight, pretty much on everything as well. Zenki Zero Last Beginnings, a action dungeon crawler from the minds behind Danganronpa. Definitely recommend checking that one out. PS4 and PC.
That game sounds fucked.
Oh yeah, well, it's 1 Danganronpa and 2 a dungeon crawler RPG. It sounds awesome. Then we had one that I was surprised, just kind of dropped out of nowhere. Earth Defense Force Iron Rain for PS4, and that is if you took the Earth Defense Force games and gave it a budget, that's what it feels like. It's still over the top. It's still ridiculous. You're still fighting giant ants and spiders and stuff.
I thought they were budget titles.
They were budget titles, but this is what happens if you gave them the budget.
This is super budget?
It's super, like, you give them money to actually make this game into like a AAA title. That's what they pretty much did.
They had more money.
They had more money is what happened.
So
then we also had... Yeah, it just kind of dropped out of nowhere right on Thursday. And it was awesome. It looks awesome, and reviews on it so far says, it is awesome. So definitely, if you're a big fan of the Earth Defense Force series, pick it up because it is going to be great. Today we had the Nintendo Labo Toy-Con 4 VR kit, which is actually apparently much better than we even imagined it to be, because we thought it was going to be crap. But hey, there we go. Apparently not bad. The Konami Arcade Classics come out tomorrow, and that is on Windows, Nintendo Switch, PS4, and Xbox One, and it's going to be pretty much all these classic shoot-'em-ups. So definitely something to look into.
Just the classic arcade games, not Contra and the other one.
Then
what's the other one?
Castlevania.
Castlevania, yes.
So coming up this week, we have Anno 1800 for PC, city building real-time strategy, I believe from Ubisoft. Yes, Ubisoft.
Yes. Yep.
And we have Final Fantasy X X2 HD Remastered for Nintendo Switch and Xbox One. My Time in Portia for Nintendo Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. That looks super adorable. Definitely recommend it. And one that I always found surprising to even be announced at this point, World War Z. So this is...
okay. I wanted to talk about this. It's a poor man's Division 1.
I wouldn't even say that, looking at the... It looks like it's...
It looks like Division. You look at the New York scene, it's Division.
It does, and I understand that one, and definitely, like, it kind of follows suit with how the movie was going. But here's
why are we getting 2 zombie games this month?
What's the other one?
A Days Gone? Aren't you buying that?
Yeah. I forgot it was coming out at the end of the month. I'm more worried about the human villains than anything, but I mean, I agree. Yeah.
There's the whole...
World War Z is different, though. World War Z is like a heavy multiplayer focused game, and it's it looks more to be in line of Left 4 Dead than it does for...
It's all about 7 situations.
Yeah, it's heavily multiplayer, 7 situations. You team up and have your different characters.
It's a bargain based game at $50 Canadian.
Yeah, honestly, it doesn't look awful either. So I'm very surprised in this. And Saber Interactive has actually been doing a lot of really good stuff recently, and they're also going to be coming out with doing the port for Vampire and what's the other one? Call of Cthulhu, and on the Nintendo Switch for Focus Interactive. So definitely, I'm interested to see how this is going to work out. But my thing that I'm wondering about is, why are we getting a World War Z movie? How many years after the movie came out?
Well, this falls under the whole category of probably that whole Walking Dead video game.
Oh, good
Overkill. Point. It's a tie-in game.
So
we'll see if it does all right, but I'm not expecting miracles.
Yeah, same here. So let's jump to Thursday of next week. We have Cuphead for Nintendo Switch and Katana Zero for PC and Nintendo Switch.
So another way for you to rage quit on the Switch?
Yes, on both examples, because Katana Zero is going to be ridiculously hard. And
so I'm not buying either. Okay, cool.
So yeah.
So I'm not buying Cuphead again. No. Sly's not buying Cuphead again. That's for damn sure.
No, he's done. He's like, won't even
deleted it. He deleted it during our stream of freaking
midstream. Just nope.
He's like, nope, I'm done with this shit. Cool. But yeah, people bitching.
So yeah. So this is that has been our podcast for the weekend. And we won't be here next week. Okay, yeah, actually, because we won't be here next week, I should cover the next week's games anyways, because we do have a lot of big ones next on the 23rd.
Yes, we do.
And that is, of course, Mortal Kombat 11.
Yep.
Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. And
for that's the Switch.
For the Switch. And Citrus Alpha. Don't know that one. Apparently.
So, for Mortal Kombat, did you pre-order the $400 edition?
I did not pre-order the $400 edition. Don't have the money.
Oh, seriously.
Seriously, I did not have money.
I know you didn't have the money, but seriously, why $400 edition?
Because some people have the money to spend. Then on the 25th, we have Steam World Quest, Hand of Gigamech.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the 26th, we have Days Gone, Box Boy plus Box Girl, and apparently Super Meat Boy Forever, but I believe that was actually just recently pushed back. So we'll actually leave that one off the list for now.
Yep. So yeah, we'll see how Days Gone goes, because I actually have that pre-ordered.
Now, as I said, we won't be here next week, but we'll be back the weekend after.
Yep.
And everything should be awesome. Definitely keep
everything is awesome.
Definitely keep checking the website for your further news. If there's anything big that happens, we will definitely let you know. Be sure to subscribe to our Facebook and Twitch and Twitter and all that lovely jazz.
All the places.
For GameItAll.com, I'm Lucas Grimm.
Hey, what up? It's Pino 25.
And we will see you guys next time.
Yeah.